My beloved child. Stop scrolling for just a moment. Do not let this message pass you by, because what you are about to hear was not placed in your path by accident. There is a reason your eyes stopped here, and there is a reason your heart feels as though something important is waiting just beyond the next sentence. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth that is about to unfold carries a depth that few people ever experience, and by the time this message reaches its final words, you may understand why everything that once seemed confusing suddenly begins to make perfect sense. There is a moment happening right now that you cannot see with your eyes, yet it is changing everything. Somewhere, someone has been forced to face a truth they never expected to discover. They believed they understood who you were. They believed they had already figured out your heart, your intentions, your future, and even the direction your life would take. But in a single unexpected moment, every assumption they held began to crumble. They were left standing in complete silence, unable to explain what they had just realized. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate never imagined that one discovery could shake them this deeply. It was not because of something loud or dramatic. It was because they finally recognized something that had always been quietly present. They realized that your strength was never borrowed from anyone else. Your peace was never dependent on constant approval. Your kindness was never weakness. Your patience was never surrender. Everything they misunderstood suddenly became clear, and that realization left them speechless. For a long time they believed you would always remain exactly where they left you. They assumed time would stand still. They imagined your story would pause until they were ready to understand it. But life continued moving, and so did you. Every challenge shaped your character. Every disappointment refined your wisdom. Every unanswered question quietly prepared you for something greater. While they expected the same version of you, they found someone transformed by grace, experience, and quiet courage. The discovery came unexpectedly. It was not announced with loud words. It did not arrive through a grand event. It appeared in the smallest detail, the kind of detail most people overlook. Yet for them, it changed everything. They saw evidence that your heart had grown stronger instead of harder. They saw that you continued choosing hope when many would have chosen bitterness. They saw someone who had learned to carry peace even while waiting for answers. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment they understood this, their thoughts began racing faster than they could control. Questions filled their mind one after another. How had you changed so much? When did this quiet confidence appear? Why did your presence suddenly feel different? Why did every memory now carry a meaning they had completely missed before? They searched through the past, replaying conversations, remembering ordinary moments that suddenly seemed extraordinary. What surprised them even more was discovering that the qualities they had once overlooked were now the very qualities they admired most. Your honesty became unforgettable. Your loyalty became impossible to ignore. Your calm spirit stood out brighter than anything else around you. They realized that what they had once considered ordinary was actually rare. This realization did not happen all at once. It unfolded like sunrise after a long night. At first they noticed one small piece. Then another. Then another. Until suddenly the entire picture stood before them. That was the moment everything inside them shifted. Their certainty disappeared. Their confidence in what they thought they knew completely vanished. Have you ever wondered why certain delays happen? Have you ever questioned why some answers take longer than expected? Sometimes the greatest revelations cannot arrive until every false assumption has fallen away. Sometimes understanding only becomes possible after silence has done its quiet work. That is exactly what happened here. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate found themselves thinking about you in moments they never expected. While walking through familiar places, your memory appeared without warning. During quiet evenings, your name echoed through their thoughts. During ordinary conversations, something reminded them of your smile, your kindness, your patience, or the way you always carried yourself with quiet dignity. No matter how much they tried to focus elsewhere, their heart continued returning to the same realization. Then another discovery arrived. They understood that your value had never depended on whether someone recognized it. Your light did not begin when someone noticed it. It had been there all along. The difference was that now their eyes had finally opened. They were no longer looking at you through old expectations. They were seeing you through truth. This changed the way they remembered everything. Words they once ignored suddenly carried new meaning. Moments they dismissed suddenly became unforgettable. Decisions you made that once seemed confusing now appeared incredibly wise. They realized that while they had been searching for extraordinary signs, they had overlooked the extraordinary person standing quietly before them. Do not skip this part, because something even greater is still ahead. The most surprising realization was not simply that you had changed. It was that your growth had inspired something inside them they could no longer ignore. They began asking themselves difficult questions. Had they truly appreciated your heart? Had they misunderstood your silence? Had they mistaken your patience for weakness? Every honest answer brought them closer to a truth they had avoided for far too long. As these questions grew stronger, something remarkable happened. Fear slowly transformed into respect. Doubt slowly transformed into admiration. Confusion slowly transformed into clarity. What once felt uncertain now seemed obvious. They could no longer deny what their heart had finally accepted. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Even now they are carrying thoughts they have never spoken aloud. They are wondering whether you already know how much you have changed. They are wondering whether you realize the quiet influence your journey has had on people around you. They are wondering whether there is still time to express everything they failed to say when the opportunity first appeared. Yet this story is only beginning. There is another layer to this revelation that has not fully unfolded. What they discovered about you opened the door to an even greater truth, one connected not only to your future but also to the purpose behind every unexpected delay, every unanswered question, and every moment when it seemed nothing was happening at all. Do not leave now. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what your soulmate discovers next will challenge everything they believed about destiny, timing, and the remarkable person you have quietly become. And when that final realization arrives, neither your story nor theirs will ever be viewed the same way again. A quiet moment is about to reveal what no one expected. Before you continue, pause for just a second and listen with your whole heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter of this story holds a truth so unexpected that your soulmate never imagined they would have to face it. What they discovered did not simply surprise them, it completely changed the way they saw you, your journey, and the future they once imagined. They could not stop thinking about the realization that had taken hold of their heart. Every attempt to distract themselves only brought them back to the same question. How had they failed to recognize the incredible person standing quietly before them all this time? The answer did not come quickly. Instead, it unfolded piece by piece, revealing details they had overlooked for far too long. Suddenly they remembered the times you stayed calm while others became impatient. They remembered how you chose kindness when it would have been easier to walk away. They remembered your steady spirit during seasons when many people would have given up. Those memories became impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then another realization arrived, even greater than the first. They understood that your greatest strength had never been your words. It was your consistency. While many people changed depending on circumstances, you quietly remained true to your values. While others searched for recognition, you continued doing the right thing even when nobody noticed. That silent faithfulness became the very thing that captured their heart. They finally understood that true greatness is often hidden inside ordinary moments. The more they reflected, the more everything around them began reminding them of you. Familiar places carried new meaning. Ordinary conversations suddenly echoed with memories they had forgotten. Even the smallest details became powerful reminders that your presence had always been more significant than they realized. Every memory seemed brighter. Every conversation felt deeper. Every overlooked moment suddenly appeared priceless. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stopped asking what they wanted and started asking what they had almost lost by failing to understand you. That single question changed everything. Instead of focusing on yesterday's misunderstandings, they began thinking about tomorrow's possibilities. They realized that your story was still unfolding, and perhaps they still had the opportunity to become part of it in a better, wiser way. Then something happened that they never expected. A conversation they overheard, a simple sentence they read, or an unexpected reminder pointed them back toward you once again. It felt as though every path somehow led to your name. Every answer seemed connected to your journey. They could no longer dismiss it as coincidence. They began believing that there was a reason these reminders continued appearing exactly when they needed them most. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At that very moment, they understood something remarkable. You had never been waiting for someone else's approval to become the person you were meant to be. You had continued growing with quiet determination, whether anyone noticed or not. That realization humbled them. It inspired them. It challenged everything they thought they understood about strength, patience, and genuine character. As they looked back over every chapter of your story, they noticed a pattern they had missed before. Every challenge you faced had prepared you instead of defeating you. Every delay had strengthened your confidence instead of weakening your hope. Every unanswered question had quietly shaped the person you were becoming. They realized that nothing had been wasted. Every season carried purpose. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Now they found themselves imagining conversations that had never happened. They wondered what they would say if given another opportunity to speak honestly. They imagined thanking you for lessons you never realized you had taught. They imagined admitting that your quiet example had changed them more than any speech ever could. For the first time, their pride stepped aside, and genuine appreciation filled the space it once occupied. And still, an even greater revelation remained hidden. Deep inside, they began sensing that this discovery was only the beginning of something far larger. They could feel that another piece of the story was approaching, one capable of connecting every unanswered question into one unforgettable picture. The anticipation grew stronger with every passing moment. Their heart refused to let the story end here because it knew another surprise was waiting just ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this chapter closes, your soulmate stands at the edge of a life-changing realization. They know they cannot return to the old way of thinking. They cannot pretend they have not seen the truth. The person they once thought they understood has become someone they deeply admire, someone whose quiet strength has left a lasting impression on their heart. And what they discover next will be even more unexpected than everything that has happened so far. The next chapter will uncover the one truth that finally explains why this entire journey unfolded exactly the way it did, and why your soulmate can no longer ignore what their heart is telling them. Everything changes from this moment forward, so give this message your full attention. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth your soulmate has been slowly uncovering has now reached a turning point, and what happens next is beyond anything they expected. Every question they carried is beginning to connect, and every answer is pointing in one direction: you. They finally realize that the person they thought they knew no longer exists. In front of them now is someone who has quietly become wiser, stronger, calmer, and more confident. This realization did not come through a dramatic event. It came through countless small moments that suddenly formed one unforgettable picture. They noticed how you never allowed disappointment to define your future. They noticed how every challenge became a lesson instead of a reason to stop believing. They noticed that while others waited for the perfect opportunity, you kept moving forward one faithful step at a time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stopped looking at your past and started looking at your future. What they saw completely stunned them. They saw someone whose greatest chapters had not yet been written. They saw someone whose quiet determination was opening doors that could never have been forced open. They saw someone becoming the kind of person others naturally trust, respect, and admire. That vision stayed with them long after the moment had passed. The more they reflected, the more one thought echoed through their heart. What if everything happened exactly when it needed to happen? What if every delay was preparing both of you to become better than either of you imagined? Suddenly, moments that once felt confusing began making perfect sense. The waiting had not been empty. The silence had not been meaningless. Every season had quietly been building something extraordinary beneath the surface. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came the moment that truly shook them. Someone spoke highly of you without even realizing they were answering the questions your soulmate had been carrying. They heard about your kindness. They heard about your integrity. They heard about your ability to encourage others without expecting anything in return. Every word confirmed what their heart had already begun believing. They understood that your character had continued speaking even when your voice was nowhere to be heard. That was the instant everything inside them shifted again. They realized that your value had never depended on recognition. Your light had never required applause. The qualities that made you remarkable were the same qualities you carried every single day, whether anyone celebrated them or not. They understood that true greatness grows quietly before the world finally notices it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now they found themselves imagining a future they had never dared to imagine before. Instead of wondering whether your paths would ever cross again, they wondered how different everything could become if honesty replaced misunderstanding, if appreciation replaced assumption, and if courage replaced hesitation. For the first time, hope felt stronger than uncertainty. Yet one mystery still remained. There was one final piece they could not explain. Why did every new discovery seem to arrive at exactly the right time? Why did every unexpected reminder appear when they needed clarity the most? Why did your story continue unfolding in ways that felt almost impossible to predict? They searched for answers, but every answer only led to another remarkable discovery. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. As they looked back over everything that had happened, they understood something unforgettable. Your greatest transformation had taken place when no one was watching. While others focused on appearances, you were building character. While others chased quick success, you were developing lasting wisdom. While others worried about being noticed, you quietly became someone impossible to forget. That realization brought complete clarity. They no longer admired only what you had accomplished. They admired the person you had become along the journey. They respected your resilience, your patience, your quiet confidence, and your ability to keep believing even during uncertain seasons. Those qualities left a deeper impression than any outward achievement ever could. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now your soulmate stands at the edge of the biggest realization yet. They know there is still one final truth waiting to be revealed, one truth capable of connecting every unanswered question into one unforgettable ending. They can feel it drawing closer with every passing moment, and their heart refuses to turn away. Because what they are about to discover next will explain why this connection has remained unforgettable, why every unexpected moment carried hidden meaning, and why the story between you has not reached its final chapter. The greatest revelation is still ahead, and when it finally arrives, everything they once believed about you will be transformed forever.